Welcome to HyperScale Video Workshop. My name is Brett Green, and today I've just received a parcel from my latest order from Hannants in the UK on the doorstep, and it contains the brand new Tamiya 1/35th scale KV-2 heavy World War II Soviet tank. This is a new release based on some of the original sprues from 2020's KV-1 kit, which I built upon its release in around May of 2020. That was a very nice kit, perfect fit, fast build, lovely link and length tracks, and I don't expect that this kit will be any different in that respect. So I haven't opened the box yet. Let's take a look at the contents of Tamiya's new KV-2. Oh, there we go. You won't get these. It looks like Hannants have included some review samples for new decals. So we've got 24th scale decals for their new the new Spitfire kit that's coming out a little later this year. There are two of those, and some nice variation for your large scale Spitfires, and also markings for the recently updated Airfix FR18E. So some nice marking options in there as well. I'll be doing some reviews of those over the next week or so. But what we have here though is the KV-2. So conveniently right on top of the pile of sprues is the new turret sprue by the look of it. So let's take a look at that. Each of the sprues are packed in individual plastic bags, and that's lovely. So it's a gigantic casemate turret on this thing. When the Germans first encountered the KV-2 during Operation Barbarossa, it was virtually impenetrable to anything other than the mighty 88mm gun. Anything else, any tank guns or anti-tank guns, just bounced off the armour. And what we can see here is the really big turret. But what we can also notice here, hopefully in the video, is the lovely cast texture, the rolled armour steel texture that's been moulded onto, in particular, the sidewalls of this gigantic casemate turret. So we've also got a couple of figures, looks like a couple of partial figures, one for a commander and one for a driver, I guess. And a few other bits and pieces here as well that relate to the KV-2 and not to the KV-1. So that's a brand new sprue. I think we'll find that probably most of these other sprues we've seen before in the KV-1, so I'll go through them reasonably quickly. And here we have the track guards, various sort of small suspension parts, some parts from the rear deck and so forth, so that's all good. Next up we have two sprues packed into one bag, and in fact, depending on how you count them, that could be said to be 4 sprues because we have 2 sprues connected. So the road wheels and more suspension parts here, so return rollers, drive sprockets, idler wheels, and storage containers, reinforcements for the various guards, and so forth. So that's all good. There's a second identical set of sprues in that bag as well. Next up we have the aforementioned lovely link and length tracks with the upper run drape that's moulded into them, and it's a combination of long lengths for the upper and lower runs, a couple of short lengths to span the various drive sprocket and idler wheel with the longer runs, suspension arms and individual links as well. So once again, second identical sprue is in the bag. And the final plastic sprue, in common with the KV-1, is the hull, which comes in essentially a flat pack with the hull sides, front, rear, and bottom, and of course the top of the hull as well. So that's it for the plastic parts. We also have some clear parts here, as well as the tow cable, and we also have 4 polythene caps. So they'll be handy for the various tasks. And we have a small decal sheet which has some German markings, so this can be built as a Beutepanzer, I should say. And it looks like we've got a history guide in Japanese and also French and English and German, I think, as well. Marking guide, very, very simple. There's not really much in the way of markings on the vehicle. Any colour you want, as long as it's Russian green. And we've got a whitewash option for that as well. And finally, the instructions in a nice little booklet there. So that's it. Another lovely winner from Tamiya KV-2. Having built the KV-1, I'm not expecting any surprises with this. I think it'll be an easy build, and I think it will be a great looking model when it's finished. Well, that's all we have for you today from HyperScale Video Workshop. Until next time, bye for now.